right, today we're going to dive into a service that's basically a private superhighway for your internet traffic. I'm talking about AWS Global Accelerator. You know that feeling, right? You click a link and then you just wait and wait. That lag, that congestion, it's super frustrating for your users. So what if you could just skip all that digital traffic entirely? Well, at its core, that's exactly what AWS Global Accelerator is built for. It's a networking service that literally pulls your users' traffic off the bumpy public internet and zips it onto Amazon's own private high-speed global network. And the goal is pretty simple, right? A much faster, way more reliable connection to your application. And this is the best way to think about it. Picture the public internet as a giant, jammed-up highway right at rush hour. Global Accelerator is your own private, totally clear express lane. It just lets your data bypass all that regular traffic and get where it's going without ever hitting those annoying bottlenecks. Okay, so this is a big one, especially if you're studying for an AWS exam. People get Global Accelerator and CloudFront confused all the time. I mean, they both use the AWS Edge network, but they do totally different things. Let's break it down with a pretty simple analogy. So think about it like this. CloudFront is like a pizza chain that puts little kitchens all over town. It caches, or stores, pre-made pizzas in those local spots. So when you order, the pizza gets to you super fast because it was already close by. It's all about caching content. Global Accelerator, though, it doesn't store any pizzas. Instead, it's the super fast secret delivery route. It finds the absolute best, most optimal pathway from the main pizza headquarters straight to your door. So remember, CloudFront is a local copy. Global Accelerator is a better route. All right, now that we've cleared that up, let's talk about the real benefits. I mean, what does hopping into this express lane actually do for you? Well, it really boils down to two huge things: a major boost in performance and just rock-solid availability. And this performance boost, it's not small. We're talking about a potential increase in throughput of up to 60%. Now, throughput is just a fancy way of saying how much data can get through successfully. So a 60% jump? That means a way smoother, faster, and much more responsive experience for your users. That's a huge deal. And the secret sauce here is pretty simple. Your traffic gets onto Amazon's private network as fast as possible. It just skips the unpredictable, often messy public internet. Instead, it's traveling on a network that AWS has spent years optimizing for pure speed and reliability. But what about reliability? What happens when things go wrong? Well, this is where automatic failover is just incredible. Let's say an application endpoint, like a server in one of your regions, goes down. Global Accelerator spots this almost instantly, and then, with zero manual work from you, it automatically reroutes all that traffic to the next nearest healthy endpoint. The best part? Your users probably won't even notice a thing. The service just stays up, consistent, and available. So it's not just about speed and uptime. Global Accelerator also brings some really great benefits for management and security. It just makes life a whole lot easier for developers and architects. And this right here? This is a total game changer for anyone managing a global application. Think about it. No more juggling a mess of different IP addresses or dealing with complicated DNS routing, waiting for those frustrating propagation delays. Instead, Global Accelerator just gives you two static anycast IPs. An anycast is just a cool way of saying the same IP address can be announced from multiple places. Your users get automatically sent to the AWS location that's closest to them. That's it. These two addresses become the single fixed front door for your entire global app. Plus, since all your traffic is now funneling through this one single entry point on the AWS Edge, your application gets shielded by default. You get built-in protection against common threats like DDoS attacks, that's distributed denial of service. It just helps keep your services safe and online without you having to do a bunch of extra work. Okay, so this all sounds pretty powerful, right? But the real question is, when should you actually use it? Let's go through some of the perfect scenarios where Global Accelerator really shines. So for starters, if you've got users all over the world, it's a no-brainer. It gives everyone that consistent low latency experience. Got a big high-traffic event coming up, like a product launch or a flash sale? It'll handle that traffic surge without breaking a sweat. Or maybe you're running your app in multiple AWS regions for high availability? Well, this simplifies your whole architecture with that single global entry point. And of course, for any app where every single millisecond counts, I'm talking online gaming, financial trading, it's an absolute must-have to crush that lag. All right, let's bring it all home. We're going to distill this down into the most critical points, especially for any of you studying for an AWS certification. Pay close attention. This is the stuff you absolutely have to know. Okay, first up,
Its core function is to boost performance and availability using the AWS private network. Got it? Next, the big one. The key distinction. Remember, it's an optimal pathway, not a content cache like CloudFront. For management, think static anycast IPs that make your life simple. For reliability, the key phrase is automatic failover. For security, it's that built-in DDoS protection. And finally, just know that it plays nicely with all your key endpoints, like ALBs, NLBs, EC2 instances, and even S3.
So, as we wrap this up, I want you to think about this for a second. If you could remove all the friction of the public internet, if you could give your users a direct, high-speed path to your application, how could that express lane for your data really change the game for your global reach?